And let's put some branding on for you guys. Let's see.
Hello.
There we go. Shazam! Welcome to the big shoe. So we'll try this again. We went 20 minutes last night before I had to cancel. I don't expect to cancel, but I do have a hard out in an hour and a half. And if we're still doing this in an hour and a half, shoot me, because there's absolutely other things I want to do on a Sunday night for sure. I mean, you know, I did a whole day of work. Not that that's a big deal, but I was training, and when I'm training someone from scratch to drive a forklift, there's a lot of me walking backwards. So today I did about 12,000 plus steps. I guarantee you 10,000 of those steps was me walking backwards through my warehouse. Go like this, go like that, go like this, do this. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's part of the process, and I do love the training, but and I was training someone I really like who wanted to learn the machine. So great. But and she takes care of me, so me training her, and I do like to train the women because they're a small segment of our workforce in my warehouse, but the ones I have brought along are better than most of the guys, and I love going to some of my ignorant guys, and I love it because it really digs at them. I go, she's better than you, and because they got a lot of backwards ideas about women, some of these guys in my place.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I love it, and if I can train, and I love it. Give me all the women. I'll train them all, and I'll bring them all up. And it's great because they want it. And honestly, I'll tell you the truth. They pay attention more. They listen. They absorb what I'm saying. They learn from their mistakes faster.
Yeah.
For me, it's usually a better experience. I've honestly only in 18, 20 months since rejoining the training crew, I've only had what I would call one bad experience. And that's only because her ego was really big because she was very successful on a previous machine. And she thought that automatically translated, and it doesn't always. Because if you can't follow my instructions on how to get from point A to point B, and you drive too fast and reckless, I don't even let you do the final test.
Right.
And then she tried to get me written up like, oh, it's because I was sick and this and that, and that's why he wouldn't test me. No, because you're dangerous. I'm sorry. There's already hits on my racks in different spots. I'm not going to pass you when every hour I'm telling you, slow down, look in the direction of travel. It's the number one thing to say. Look in the direction of travel, 90%, and to check your blind spots as you swing, let's say, an overhead picker or whatever you're driving. And this one very nice lady who was very good on one machine turned out to be very bad on another. And we've never put her on another machine since. She can live on that one machine, and that's fine. She's very good on it. But yeah, that's a little snapshot of my life and my days.
Nice.
But can you imagine spending 9 hours walking backwards? That's most of my day.
Jeez.
And you would think, like, what a dangerous thing to do in a warehouse. Well, I have such a good mental map of my warehouse. Like, I could do it blindfolded most of the time. People think I'm laughing, they're joking, but it's like, I honestly can. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
As long as, certain dum-dums stay away and keep, so I'm safe too, right? But
Yeah.
All I need is one new dum-dum that I haven't seen before, and that's just kind of cool. The 15 guys we trained last week, a whole bunch of them start tonight on my night shift. And I saw them as I was walking out. They were coming in, and some of my crew were looking like, who are those guys? I go, those are the first 15 of 45 we're bringing in tomorrow. I got 15 new students that I got to teach in a theory class first.
Yep.
So 2 hours into the shift, once my safety guy gets through with them, then they get handed over to me for the next 6, 7, 8 hours. Give them a bunch of tests after. The hardest part of sitting through my theory class is not necessarily just listening to me, because there's definitely a lot of this, but because hey, I know what I know. I've been doing it forever, but sitting for 6, 7, 8 hours in a room with not a lot of air, I'll provide water and stuff, and then you got to watch a bunch of my presentations, slideshows. Yeah, it's tough. You know,
Oh yeah.
I wish I could warn them, please come in caffeinated and bring coffee because it's going to be a long day.
Oh yeah. I've been trained on forklifts with 2 different companies, so I know that.
And you know, at the Big W, we do take it seriously, and these guys are coming in with their own certs. They're going to sit through our theory class, and then the following 3-4 days, there'll be 5 of us that will tackle the crew, and you know, we'll do our best. You know, 4 or more hours on each guy, and hopefully most of them come through. We washed out about 20% of them last week. And I'm hoping they do better this week because we need the help. We're moving into Black Friday. Peak is coming, and we're busy. Like, all my empty space in the warehouse is filling fast. I probably get another week before it all fills up, and then it's that push to let's get the orders ready for Black Friday, whatever we can do to prepare.
Oh yeah.
And Nate probably doesn't realize that for us in Canada, Black Friday's pretty big now. I mean, because it's not just Black Friday, it'll be the week or 2 before, and then the week after, and Cyber Monday, and oh my, it's Canada's embraced it because it's like, yeah, sale, 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 let's go, go, go.
Yeah, they're starting to embrace it in Europe too.
Yeah,
I'm really mad about that.
Our stores are still not as crazy as your stores are. Like that whole, let's crush through the front glass and trample the poor employees at the door, because that's the craziest footage that we see every year. I know it's died down a little bit in the States, but when we still see Walmarts and Best Buys, and you have that Black Friday rush, and the people just, it is crazy. Like, I don't know how you guys go out that day. Like, I used to go to the sales, and then the one year I did it the Black Friday, and then I did it Boxing Day. And I'm never doing it again. And this is in Canada. I'm never going to the store that morning. There's nothing I want so badly that I'm willing to hit somebody or take a shot in the face to get it.
Yeah, we've changed all online purchasing now.
It's really helped a lot, but there's still some door crashers that are worth it. You know, I just watched all these 75-inch TVs come into my warehouse today. It's like, even I'm sitting there going, boy, you know, I got 65. I go, 75 wouldn't suck. It'd be kind of nice, you know, to have that 10 extra inches.
Yeah, but so down here, that 75-inch TV that's going to be half price for Black Friday is also half the quality of the normal.
A lot of them, for sure. And they definitely entry-level TVs, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't realize that. It's not the same TV that's been on the wall the whole year. It's a cheaper version they deliberately make for Black Friday.
And not just that, like in the case of us at the Big W, so even when you see the bigger names, Samsung, for example, you're not getting the season. You're not getting series, the newest one. You're getting one that's 2, 3, 4 gens back, only because we don't sell the current. Even if the year is current, we're not selling you the top 1 or 2 or 3 versions of Samsung stuff. You need to go to the Samsung store to get that product. And that's the product that you look at it, go, okay, 65-inch TV. Well, I can buy 3 TVs at Walmart or 2 at Best Buy or whatever for that one top tier Samsung. You know, the one that's a mortgage payment or a car payment, something large.
Yep.
But, while we are bringing in lots of TVs, it's not necessarily what I saw 5 years ago. Like, almost everyone I know has a 65-inch TV. So that kind of push is gone. Now it might be a lot of people thinking, oh, I'm getting my second TV or replacing the old one because I want the newer tech, the newer built-in apps, newer software, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not the same push. The market was definitely saturated 5 years ago. And I'm glad, because that was a mad time when everybody was trying to get a 65-inch TV. And for me, it's still an obscenely big TV. Like, I'm looking at the one I've got. I love my Samsung because I did have a cheaper brand that I bought twice, hoping I'd be happy with it. And in the end, when I wasn't, I paid $300 more, got the Samsung, and I've been so happy ever since.
Nice.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, as long as you're happy, and you know, that's the thing with these deals. As long as, like Nate's saying, you measure your expectations, do your research, and hey, go look at these TVs now in the store, see if it's something you like. Because most anything that's going to be on sale in 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, they're on the shelf now somewhere and plugged in, and you can look at them. Costco, Walmart, Best Buy, everyone's going to have more or less the same 3 or 4 TVs on sale. Go look at them.
Right.
There's nothing terribly unique, especially when you have, you know, 20 or 30 brand name manufacturers, but there's only 4 to 6 guys making the innards, right? If you take off the plastic casing, it's the same 4 to 6 guys. You know, Panasonic, Lucky Gold Star's LG, Samsung. There's only a handful of guys, and then everyone else is rebadging, recasing the product. So, you know, some people go, "Oh my God, you know, you only paid half the price. It's a garbage TV." Not necessarily. It may, you know, you'd be surprised what's under the case, but you got to do your research. So that's enough of me promoting, you know, the big W and warehouse sales and stuff. My boring life.
All good.
I seen a meme sometime recently. A friend of mine posted, and it was it said like, you know, hey Walmart, we've all got big screens. Put them groceries on sale Black Friday.
Dude, you know, and I consider myself blessed, right?
Yeah,
as I get company discounts, you know, 10% every day, 20% one day a month on a specific day. That alone keeps me employed because money, you know, food is expensive, and I'm a Walmart shopper, and it's like that'll keep me there forever. It's like it. I mean, on the double discount day, I mean, honestly, you know, we can save $100 to $150 on our food shopping. And that's just food shopping. Forget clothes, toys, electronics. You know, I'm a Lego guy. Guess what? Cha-ching, there's deals there, right? So
especially if you're saving up all month for that day.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Scott.
Oh, Brett and Scott. What's up, guys?
I know. Brett's been coming by a lot lately. It helps that I'm actually streaming again. That kind of 2-month dry spell after that last big build, you know, it's not that I wasn't buying stuff because I was still doing new bricks. I mean, we've had 5 or 6 episodes, but it's like I wasn't into the building. There's a reason there's stuff on the shelves behind me. I can't build every day, either between my work schedule or I'm tired or I'm getting old. Hey, you know, there's no obligation to build it, but it would really help because, you know, I've built 100 sets since January 1st, give or take. And, you know, I got a whole cabinet full of these car builds, but it's like, okay, I'm kind of burned out on the cars. I got a couple more in me, and then it's time to build the next phase, which is mostly probably going to be robots, mechs, statue looking things, because it's like the previous year there was plenty of Star Wars, and it's like, now I'm kind of at it. It's not that I'm not buying it, but I'm done building it for now. So story time. We got through the daughter and the health stuff. We're happy that she's definitely she's on the mend. I mean, she actually got color in her face. You know,
that's good.
She has a fever, but it's not brain boiling stuff. You know, we got this. We had one of those ear things, right? You put in the ear for the, you know, take your temperature. 5 years, it worked great. Well, for whatever reason, it hasn't been working good for the last 2 weeks. We cheaped out. We got another one. This one, you stick it wherever you're going to stick it, and it'll give you 3 colors with the number. And if it, you know, green, yellow, red. Well, I mean, yellow is warm, but you know, your brain isn't boiling. Red is bad. You know, go to a hospital or at least take an ice bath, something, right? Bring it down because you don't want to carry a fever too long. That's just not good for your brain.
Yeah.
But so at least now it's slowly working its way down, and we're hoping, you know, by this time next week, we don't have to think about this crap anymore because we've been dealing with this since Canadian Turkey Day a couple weeks ago. So it's not been fun.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Yesterday, I go for a long walk. I started this talk yesterday before I had to rush out to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, today's Sunday. So Saturday, yesterday, go out for my 2-hour walk. But before I leave, I live in an apartment, as you guys know, and open the door, and there's a bag at the door. So I was really shocked. And this is the bag exactly as I saw it. So let me see what I can do about my screen since I haven't messed around. No, we don't like that. Actually, there's 3 of us, right? So this works. Okay. Yep. So this is at my door. It's an open bag. No shipping label.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I ordered something back in June or July as a pre-order thing.
Yep.
And there was 2 items I ordered. And they both more or less shipped at the same time from the States to Canada, here to Toronto. And the first one I got, I don't know, early August, and it was okay. I go, well, you know, they weren't shipped together. They're separate, you know, tracking codes. Okay, great. And then the second one, I kind of, it's not that I forgot about it, but it's like, okay, whatever, it comes when it comes.
Yeah.
Well, August comes and goes. I didn't get it. In September, I start investigating. And it's like, I look up the original email, the confirmation. Oh, look, it did ship. Great. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Check the tracking, and it says I got it. Excuse me? No.
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, fun. So that means I'm going to have to call up customer service for this company. And I did. And it did not take me long, unlike certain other services. And they were super nice, and very quickly, 2 or 3 days later, I saw the credit.
Yep.
And they're super nice and not accusatory. Because I've definitely had those conversations where, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's your, you know, it must be your neighbors, this and that. And go, listen.
Yeah, that's me. If it's marked delivered, you're SOS.
Yeah. So they gave me the credit, and I haven't thought about it since. And they had given me an opportunity to get the product again with free shipping for my inconvenience. And I thought about it, but I'm an impulse buyer. I didn't bother. And then yesterday happens as I'm about to step out the door for a nice leisurely 2-hour walk.
Yep.
Literally, this is what. So I ordered this from Mega Collapse. And literally this nice boutique store paper bag was sitting there with this.
Oh, you got the Magikarp.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when I had ordered it, you know, I was super stoked.
Yep.
And it's kind of unique because, of course, not in stores. It's off the website, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about my camera going in and out.
Oh, good.
But problem, or not the problem, but getting this in a bag at my door, it's great. Okay, so I've already been credited.
Yep.
And it's like, what's the deal? Where is the shipping box? Where's the shipping label? Why is it in the bag? Why is this August, September, October, 2 months after it went missing?
Right.
What happened? Is this a case of the carrier had it, found it in the truck, box got beat up, but somehow they determined it was me? Or did the company, Mega, did they contact Purelator in this case and say, hey, where's the package, blah, 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 and then they found this box sitting around somewhere because maybe the shipping carton got damaged? That's happened. I've been part of companies where that's happened, and they don't know where the product was supposed to go. They find this and go, oh, this must be it. I got no idea because, I've really got to fix that. That's super annoying, watching that go in and out. I have no idea because there's no note, no shipping tag, anything. I don't know if the carrier dropped this off. I don't know if someone stole it in my building and for some reason thought to bring it back. So my
I was
first
saying, the bag's open. Do they build it?
So here's the thing. Box looks really good, really good. Now let's take a look at the seal. Now, little, you know, it's a little lifted, slightly lifted, but the rest of it is really good and intact. I don't believe it's been opened. It absolutely sounds right. Doesn't sound like macaroni. It sounds like bricks, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty confident of what's in here, but given what I intend to build once the cars are over, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to build this one first, just out of curiosity. But it's my gut says it's 100% fine.
Yeah.
But what happened to this box? Where did it come from?
Do you guys have cameras around your building?
On my door, I don't. And I really dread the idea of going to the super and saying, hey, can we look at some footage? Like it's honestly, I got it. It's not worth the trouble.
Right. Okay.
So I did reach out to Mega because I'm an honest guy. I said, hey, I don't know how this arrived here. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if Purelator, I don't know if someone stole, I don't know anything. It's here and it appears to be fine. What do you want to do about it? And they go, absolutely nothing, Mr. Martin. That's it. Okay. You know, I'm in good standing with them. There's no history of shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
And their customer service has been, well, the nice, you know, there's only been a few things over the years. I've said, hey, this was missing. This was, you know, like a figure with the broken leg. Actually, the figure with 2 left legs. One of the Halo sets had a yellow figure, 2 left legs. As you can imagine, it's kind of funny when one goes each way.
Right.
But because I'm sitting there thinking, oh, and that's what I literally did. It's like, oh, I'll put the other leg on. It's like, oh, that is so dumb. They're going one each way. But and they were so cool, and they sent me the figure about a month later. Mega's customer service has always been, for me, rock solid. It's at least on level with Lego. The fact that they were sending me parts and figures for 10-year-old sets at the time, I can't speak today how good it is, but they've treated me pretty good over the years. So right now, I still hold them in pretty high esteem. But I'm really
the one time I've had to file a complaint, I was really happy with the turnout. So,
I mean, but look how cool that set is. By the way, it's a motion set, which is why.
Cool.
It'll do that floppy around type thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy every set. I'm kind of also burned out on this stuff. I like Pokemon. I got 3 key sets now.
So you didn't get the Gyarados?
I do have. So I have that, and I have the motion Pikachu. Yeah, I get motion Gyarados up there, and Pikachu's behind it. So this makes the 3rd large motion set. And then I think I still have 1 jumbo set I haven't built. So I only really like the big stuff. And I figured this is a big one plus motion. I go, why not? It's so cool, right? Here, I need to autofocus off white, and let's fix the white. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about it. It won't go in and out anymore.
Okay.
So that's my really cool story on why is this camera doing this? No. And we'll go out and nope, not down. There. The problem is that stupid branded logo over my head.
Stick me up there. That way you
oh no, it's cool. No, it's okay. Everyone has seen my background. It's not bragging or showing off anymore when it's been static for a while. Actually, I'm gonna redo it. I just don't know what I want to highlight. So yeah, super cool. And I think it's a great looking set. And even if you don't know Pokemon, I think enough people have seen the silly fish, you know, they know it. So I figured, hey, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty thick set too.
I know, eh? Actually, it's 1,600 pieces. Like, I kind of did it sight unseen. I didn't even really care. It was like, oh, it's another motion set. Oh, it's something I won't be able to buy in stores. All right, I'll commit to it. I really hate buying from Mega Collabs. I don't want more sets from Mega Collabs. I want less sets from them. I want to get it on Amazon or Walmart or Toys R Us, or like in your case in the States with Target. I don't want to have to order it from their exclusive BS site. Not that I've had significant problems
holding
getting it from them, but I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just done with it.
I'm holding off from ordering a few He-Man sets.
Yeah, I saw those. Hey, I saw those little. You had all the Skeletor heads for sale. Were you able to move any of those? Did they sell for you, or?
Oh no, I sold nothing. I made $1 yesterday. That entire show was a flop.
Now you're joking about how little you made, right? I mean,
no, seriously. Like, so I sold. I literally I paid $50 when I got there for the table,
right?
And then I made 51 back, and then my friend gave me $1.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it was kind of a flop for the day. But on the positive note, my office is a lot cleaner. Like I can walk around now.
The effort it took to have all this stuff, put it in your truck, go to the show, try and sell it, come back. You're even when you brought it back, you're more organized, so it looks cleaner and neater, and you have a little more space. So
yeah, exactly. So I mean,
come out plus one way or the other.
Oh, hold on, I gotta switch it around. I'm trying to do this without dropping out of the stream. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, look, I can see my floor now. These are the 4 totes I took with me here. So I mean, that's good. I took the shelf here, but see, I mean, I've got 3 empty totes there that I consolidated stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in drawers that I couldn't get to earlier this week.
I mean, so you got to feel better about that hey, now you can move around a little bit easier.
Yeah. Well, that and back behind this, I've got back here, I've got like 6 Lego City modular sets, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That re-inspired me to get the other room done so I can.
You'll appreciate this. Those. One of my friends just dropped about $2,500 Canadian on Sterilite and all kinds of other shelving and storage options to basically fix their basement / man cave like you've got. So that they can get back to a point where they can walk around and actually get to the toilet that's downstairs. It was that bad that he started putting some bins in that little washroom.
Yeah, it gets to the point where it's like hoarder status.
Yeah.
And hey, and I know people have suggested that to me because, of course, it's literally over my head. But it's super organized. It's not like you can't get around, and it is isolated to 79 by 79, and everything else is in storage units, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
But but it's super odd, and I'll probably post the pictures again of what the side view looks like as you enter this little space when you see all the crap that's over my head. When it's all the premium mega sets that are the gigantic, sets that are worth, between $500 and $3,000, depending on the set. And you just see them, Castle Grayskull and the Snake Mountain, not so much, but, the Call of Duty one and the Turtle Technodrome and all that. These sets are premium priced, these days. And it's really going to kill me when I do start breaking them down and opening them, because it's like, and I'm starting to see that with a bunch of stuff now. Like I saw a guy selling even some UCS sets that I haven't opened yet. And I'm going, he's selling it used, open, complete, or even 90 or 95% complete, or more than what I paid after tax, sealed, sitting on my shelf still. And it's like, that makes it even harder to open something knowing the values. Like, one guy showed off a figure, and it's like, I told wifey, I go, you realize we got 3 of them in storage, and it's like, now it's a $300 figure. And she goes, yeah, I see that you got that. I go, yeah. She goes, do you know where this is? I go, I'm not telling you. You're going to kill me. But you guys who saw me do that whole barcodes and all that other stuff I did, like, I do have an Excel sheet. She's smarter than me. She will find it if she kills me. I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. She will find them. And, she runs her office. She knows exactly how to dig up that info. But
right.
Yeah.
I mean, being organized is going to make her a pretty penny one day when I fall under her skid or her forklift drives over me as I walk backwards. You know, because I got the feeling company insurance not going to pay out. What was he doing? He was walking backwards to the warehouse. Nah, we ain't paying out. He's stupid. We don't pay out on stupid. Let me open. I'll open another one before, because I know, Jordan, you said you got something. Let me open another one. I'm not going to open this one yet, because if it's what by the way, I haven't pre-checked this. I'm guessing what this one is, so we're going to sit on that one. This one I want to open. Let's see. I don't. Okay, I got two. Let's just open it. It's easier to tell a bullshit story when I know. I don't know exactly what's in it. Let's see. So, Amazon Prime Days, both countries. I took a little advantage of it. So I wanted to try some stuff. So that's what I did here. Yeah. Because some stuff doesn't go on sale often on Amazon. And it's like, okay, let's take advantage of it. Because other stuff I can get all the time on sale if I hunt carefully. But some stuff doesn't come out on sale often. So this will be... Oh, good. Okay, great.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, let's switch to... There we go.
Oh, nice.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
There's two different builds available from different guys.
Yeah.
This one's cool. The other one definitely had some nice features to it. But between the price, the packaging, and everything else, I haven't sat through the series yet. I've watched a few episodes. I like what I've seen. I really need to make an effort to watch the series.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the fact these guys are doing, the Breaking Bad cast are all doing the commercials for the chips now. And it's like, it's just bringing it all back. And that just made me go, you know what? I got to get this.
Yeah.
I really hate the Amazon stickers, but I've had pretty good luck at removing them. Hey, Dan, Shazam.
Hey, Dan.
And interesting set, almost 1,000 pieces, fits with my car and truck theme this year. So that means it'll be definitely in the queue sometime soon. We won't wait too long. Super cool set, something different. I don't even know who makes this. Oh, I love this. Free gift. And it's a separator. Yay. That's what I need. I don't have enough separators. But it is different. I don't know if I have one in this style from these Chinese companies. But I don't know who made this. Breaking Bad RV building kit. Made in China. I'm not seeing an actual manufacturer's name, which makes sense because... Oh, Break Bad, not Breaking Bad. Break Bad. We don't want to say Breaking Bad because that's a license, right?
Yep.
Other than this 66002 for set number, I don't have any way of identifying who made this.
Yeah.
But I'll figure it out. And it's nice to get something like this and not from Allie for once, right? So... Yeah, Dan sees the mega set.
Yep.
And Dan missed the story on how this missing / stolen / whatever the hell it was magically appeared 2 months later. But so I'm super stoked about this set. I don't know if this is going to be minifig scale. I'm hoping figs kind of fit or at least look okay, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
It's not necessary. To me, this is going to be one of those iconic vehicles tied to movies that people will always have some weird interest in.
Oh, so it didn't even come with a off-grade figure?
As far as I know, no, I don't see any pictures of a figure, so I'm not expecting one to be in there.
It looks like it should be close to minifig scale.
They've put, stuff in there, the little sink and tubes and whatever paraphernalia you need to make the drugs and crystal meth or whatever it is they did in that show. So that's another interesting set. Let's see. Put that there because we're definitely going to need the screen real estate.
Yep.
This one I'm even more excited for. I've seen 2 versions of this, and I'm 90% sure now. At the time, I wasn't so sure. Now I am. Not that it mattered. It doesn't really bother me much anymore. I'm pretty sure they stole this design from Rebrickable. But, oh my God, that's heavy too.
Oh, cool.
Look at that dragon head.
Oh, wow. That's detailed.
I'll hold it up a little more. Legendary Dragon, 2,700 pieces. I'm hoping this is Lego scale. I really hope it's not smaller. I really don't know. But this company, JMBricklayer, I already did a few of their sets this year. They were all Lego scale. So I'm hoping they stay true to form. There's their branding on that side. Very no frilzy packaging, kind of like the Nifley stuff where they only put something really on the front. And honestly, I don't really think of these companies as being anything different from each other. Let's see. On the top, it says, if you find something was missing or broken from your new JMB set, we do our best to make every set perfect, and we take it very seriously. When a faulty one sneaks through, don't worry, though. We can send you the parts you need. You know what? Almost perfect English there. So there, that tells me something. Hey, Mama Lego, it's been a while. Shazam, Eileen.
Hello.
Yeah, you know what? It does remind me of that, and there's actually a mock of the same Winnebago. I feel really weird if I bought a 3rd Winnebago set, but I'm tempted to. And there's a mock that's really cool, and it's clearly that season 3, I think it was season 3 Walking Dead Winnebago, and I'm really tempted to get it. And it's really kind of an epic scale build, and it's like, do I really need a 3rd Winnebago build?
Yeah.
I'm tempted. Another stupid Amazon sticker, and on the back, manufacturer Shenzhen, iFood Network Technology really doesn't mean anything to anybody. I mean, it's all Chinese, Hong Kong type stuff anyway. Now, the company, especially the contact, is Germany. So I guess JMBricklayer is technically a German company. But, you know, they're having their stuff built same place at 90% of the planet. So kind of looking forward to that. Really cool looking. That's going to, you know, like the fish, that's definitely going to fit with the statue, kind of headpiece kind of stuff. So looking forward to that. And it's heavy. And by the way, that's solid. Eh? That's not full of air.
Wow.
And I have no doubt the manual's gigantic. But can't wait. 2,700 pieces.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be
just for the head?
Just for the head, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a half month of me building right there at the rate I build. So, I'm sorry, guys, ahead of time if you see 14 streams in a month. I'm not a fast builder. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
But, okay, we'll get rid of that cardboard box. So I'll keep my mouth shut for a few minutes if anyone likes to go next with anything.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Oh, good. I almost got the cat. Nope. He moved. How can you tell I hate my cat? I was trying to cream him with a box.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. No. Okay.
Are you trying to abuse my cat?
If I could find your cat, I would, but I didn't see him, so I guess not.
Well, a buddy of mine sent me like down in the States. He sent me some money for the Lego store, so I went and bought this from it.
Oh,
So I finally have a Commander Cody now.
Yeah,
Nice.
that is such a nice build. The new one.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
That's the new one.
Yeah, it's the new one.
So I did build. Excuse me. I did build one.
Yep.
Not that one. I built that crazy looking one that looks like they're on vacation or something from the Clone Wars, like season 5 or 6 or something. You see the handful of the old clones, they've been living on it, hidden away.
From Rebels.
Is it Rebels? Okay, there you go. It's Rebels.
Yeah,
right.
It's Rebels.
It's Rebels.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool looking set, kind of unique. I can't remember the figures. Didn't really care. Figures don't drive me one way or the other.
It was Captain Rex, Commander Wolf, and Commander Gregor.
That sounds right.
So Rex is the one everybody wants, right?
I can't tell. They all look alike, but
oh, they're clones. Yeah.
I tell you, that one actor, if they ever did, you know, the Rebels show and with the old clones, that one actor, he'd have to cut his own throat because would play all the different roles. I mean, he's playing Boba Fett now, but he'd have to go play all the clones too.
Yeah.
So in the clones cartoon series, do they make them all look the same?
Pretty much with little variations. They have a little personality, some of them.
Yeah, some have different hair, some have tattoos, some don't, some have scars.
Shaved head.
Yeah, some variations of all the same person, though.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. Especially the weird ones, which are called, you know, Bad Batch. They're the
Bad Batch, they're completely
messed up looking.
Yeah, they are completely different. So I just got finished watching Ahsoka.
Yep.
So what do you think?
It was all right. I knew that was coming after the Clone Wars series. I have some questions about the timeline with Anakin, but
yeah,
really, I mean, I enjoyed the show for what it was.
It's the pacing that gets me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's Star Wars. You know, we got Jedi and lightsabers, as opposed to some of the other shows I know that bothered some people, like the spinoff from Rogue One. I liked it.
I did too.
But a lot of people look at it like, oh, we want Jedi, we want this, we want. I get that. I totally get that. You know, I saw Star Wars in the drive-in theater, 1978. Okay, as a little kid.
Yeah.
So that episode 4, that is Star Wars. Everything else I'm cool with, but that is Star Wars to me.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate all these different things. The solo movies, Rogue One, going backwards, going forwards. Hey, I want the old Republic stuff. Bring do it well. Give it to me. I'll, you know.
They will. I mean, think of how many thousands of books were written. How many storylines?
That was the thing, you know, when Lucas sold everything off, and it's like, and I'm sitting there, Disney. You now have a license to print money forever. Forever. All this stuff's already done. Lift what you want from all of it. And at first, when they turn around and called most of it legends and garbage, and they shat on us, it's like, are you kidding? But of course, they wised up with everyone pushing back. It's like, no, there's so much good material. Cherry pick the good stuff, Thrawn and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah,
bring it. We want it.
I'd kill for a Thrawn's TV series.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially like back in the Ascendancy, like in the Ascendancy books.
Yeah. So I assume all of us, we've all watched the Ahsoka now to the end of the season.
Oh,
yeah. So I can appreciate Ahsoka, especially given that's a character created by Filoni, something he rammed through the cartoon, and then he got to see his creation come to life. I love it. And that's a perfect, if he does nothing else, he's had a good career watching his creation come to life.
Oh yeah.
In someone else's created universe. So that's a win for him no matter what.
Right.
And at least that was mostly his vision. I know it wasn't perfect and there was some interference on stuff. You work with the devil, you know, right?
Oh yeah.
But when I watched that show is not, to me, Ahsoka. Even though we got some Ahsoka history and stuff, to me that is Rebels.
Oh yeah,
right.
It's more Rebels than anything.
2 or 3 characters or whatever. We get the ship, Chopper, all this great stuff, and that's fine. I almost wish it was called Rebels, and with more focus on Rebels at any point. That point or an earlier point doesn't matter to me. I would have eaten it up and loved it.
Oh yeah,
but when it was very clear that okay, we're going to take, you know, the one character and she's a general, you know, and we take another, you know, we got the robot, we got this, and let's go search for the one guy forever, and it pays off. Hey, we get him. That's great.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to season 2, but I mean, how long are we going to have to wait now? Probably 2 years. Probably. Because look, I mean, we've got, I would hope another season of Mandalorian.
Hopefully.
I would hope Boba Fett's coming back.
Yeah.
There's got to be another season of that Rogue One spinoff, whatever his name. Andor. Which
Yeah,
okay, so
they have because they said they were going to be leading up to Rogue One.
Oh yeah,
Andor.
Yeah. So at least one more season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get through Andor. It was so slow.
Eileen, I'm a selfish, ignorant person. You know this. You have been You've been with me for so many years. I'm ignorant and selfish. I don't even notice a chat sometimes. No. What did I should go? What are we missing here? Weather? Why are we talking about the weather?
I think she was
lots of rain. Got a couple.
I think she's talking some prom day deals.
Oh, okay. Well, she's always pushing. It's like she knows better, and it's like, Rick, I did it again. I bought some more bricks. It's like, no, you said you weren't going to buy so much, and but we're all guilty of that. But yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got those Prime sets, and they were discounted, which is why I bothered. But they were great sets, and they've been in my cart. I do this a lot. I put stuff in my cart, and I think about it. Yeah. And if I don't get it right away, usually it's a sign I don't want it that badly. And then other stuff, I wait for the price to change, and then I pull the trigger on it. So that was the case with these two sets. Let's show off the last thing I've got.
Yep.
It is a shame that Dan couldn't squeeze on. I don't think he's home yet.
Dan's always got good stuff.
Yeah, and his stories too. I mean, he's got it, but he actually said he's got some new stuff. But I mean, I've always got new stuff coming in, so there'll be another time for sure. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be going to Lego store next weekend for my birthday. So.
Oh boy, how far is the Lego store for you?
Half-hour drive.
Oh, that's not so bad. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not. I mean,
sometimes I hit it up before work. So.
Oh, okay. And that's the thing. So mine is 5 minutes away by car. If I walk up there, I'm there in 20 whatever minutes.
Yep.
It is really hard for me not to go in there, because if I do, I'm going to walk out with something. So I do a good job that even if I walk in that mall, I try not to go there. Sometimes I'll go to GameStop and I'll look at some stuff there. Yeah. But I know if I go to Lego, it's going to get expensive. It just is. And I don't need a sale. I mean, I still got lots of points, but it doesn't matter how much points I got, because I'm so dumb and I will spend money before point, which is, yeah. I mean, I should be smarter than that. When I went in last time, all those wifey sets,
yep,
I use points, and it's like, hey, here we go. I don't know what to do with the points. We're going to get her stuff. Bang, let's use up some points, because I don't have a lot of use for Lego points, because buying from Lego is generally not the best or smartest way to buy Lego. Usually you can find better deals, at least up here in Canada, from everyone else. Even with the exchange, if you figure whatever the points are valued at, I can do better at Toys R Us. I can do better at Walmart. I can do better at Mastermind, Indigo Books, Amazon, not just because of Prime Days or Black Friday. Generally, I can just do better anyway with Amazon. So
yeah,
Lego just isn't the place. So let's put this one up.
Which is, I mean, that's kind of sad. Like, if you were a toy, well, I mean, I guess they all paid Lego for the sets though, so Lego's not worried about.
Oh God, no.
Like, no. Lego's been paid already. They don't care what you sell it for. If you lose money, they've been paid.
Yeah. So my limited understanding from my perspective for where I work. So Lego's paid, they lose nothing. They're getting their money. Now, all the major players who buy from them, most of them, they work on a 3-tier system. They know they're going to make X amount of profit from the first, big block at full price.
Right.
Then they know they're going to make their next block a profit from that first level discount. Then they know they're going to make their third block of profit from that final one that clears whatever they got left over out the door. And
exactly.
At no point during those 3 profit ranges where it's getting cheaper for us as a consumer, do they lose. They still make they know, that first block people will pay full price, and that might be 60% of their sales. Then the next block, and it comes down. They never lose, which is why even bad lines seem to do well at most of the stores. I know some people say, oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you don't get it. I see what we order, and I see when it comes in, and the stuff comes in, and it goes out, and it moves. Oh, but I see it on sale on the shelves. You don't get it. That is literally a part of the process. Yeah.
They've already sold enough copies of it. They're not worried about that.
It's all baked in.
Yeah.
And especially when in some markets, like in this case with the Big W, we're exclusive almost in Canada. I'll speak only for Canada. They could even drop it even further. I know, I've had those streams in the past where it's like, hey, look what Ryan got, or look what I got when I got stuff for, 10 cents on the dollar or 20 cents on the dollar. Those were super extreme cases, but they happened 3 times a year, pretty consistently for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And, people go, oh my God, this Lego sucks. This Lego sucks. Look how cheap you got it. You guys don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. There's absolutely products, if you look at it, and it's the death knell when you see that kind of thing happening. That's not Lego. Lego is the only, and look at me. I buy all this other product and Lego, right? But Lego is the only real product, I think, in any market, short of maybe Apple, short of like Apple computers, Apple tech, Apple phones, that does not care about the time of year. Because Lego will put out a new themes, new sets. They'll put out 200 sets January 1st. After Christmas is over.
Yeah.
And it's huge release date. And it's not New Year's discounted. They don't care. Their market is every month now on the 1st. They don't care. They're not seasonal. They're not a seasonal product. Yes, there's a bump. September, October, November, December, especially Black Fridays and Christmas. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's a bump. It is not their market. They don't care. They are making money hand over fist. They're not just the #1 tire maker in the world. They're the #1 toy maker. They don't care. So people have a lot of backwards ideas about them and their marketing strategies. Hey, some of it sucks. It sucks for me. It sucks for you guys. It doesn't seem to be sucking for them because they're not left whole in the bag ever.
Yeah.
The only stockpiles that they have is in their element totes when they mass produce tens of thousands, whatever, of studs of this element, that element, whatever. It goes into storage and they use it over the next 5 years. And then they'll run that again. It sits for that period of time. And then, oh, hey, we got 15 sets coming out this year that'll use this piece in trans clear blue. All right, boom, boom, boom. Robots pick it for them, right?
Yep.
Right.
They don't care. Everything is working for them. They figured out the magic sauce. And now, it's not to say they don't have too much product. They've got so many warehouses full of stuff. But they're not crying foul, and they're not sweating the space they're taking up.
Yeah.
They're buying more space. Now, it's up to them to also figure out, okay, how can we keep a certain balance? Let's pump out more sets this way and that way. People go, oh my God, they're killing me. They're putting out so many adult level sets or so many Black Series sets or so much UCS or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our problem. That's not their problem. They're not saying anything's going down. Oh, they're pumping out too much Star Wars. Star Wars isn't tanking for them.
Nope.
Too much Avengers. Avengers is not tanking for them.
Nope.
Only theme that has anything close to a failure in the last 5 years, Vidiyo. Remember?
Oh.
Right? And when they made the first wave, they had committed to 3. So I think they finished the 3rd wave, and I don't think we'll see any more after that.
I don't know. I know 2 came out. I don't know if I saw a 3rd wave.
Because they did commit to 3, like through manufacturing.
Okay.
So, and I can't say what markets that may or may not appear in.
Yeah.
But they did go to manufacturing for it.
Yeah, they may have cut the 3rd wave short.
They may, and yeah, they may have, because the first one didn't catch on, and that one definitely became an instant junk bin kind of thing. Everyone I know who bought it only bought it discounted. I don't know anyone who bought it. I really don't know anyone who bought it first run, even though there was a lot of unique parts, a lot of nice prints, especially with all those weird tiles, because you could buy 2 of the same package and you had different color, different printed tiles. So there's a little bit of randomness to it, which was super cool, but it didn't really take off. I don't know if it was just too random looking or just too crazy.
Well, no, you had to download the app to enjoy the toys.
Oh, right. It had the techno.
Oh.
Yeah, you had to have the app to bring the animations on, and just parents didn't want to do it.
Yeah, techno gimmicks are the kiss of death for Lego, which is funny, me saying nothing hurts them, but parents are just not into this idea. I think they wised up years ago with Lego Dimensions and Amigos, and Skylanders, and all those things that require the tech and require you to buy. I think parents are just done with it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to check the chat because I don't want Eileen mad with me in case I miss something else. Because I will ask
her last comment.
Well, she should have come on. She saw the link. She knows she's welcome. But I'll show you the last thing I got.
Yep.
How we doing? 9 o'clock. Great. So it's funny what we were talking about, and this was definitely one I forgot about. These I remembered, but I wasn't sure what box, but this one I forgot. And I debated if I was going to buy it or wait, but again, Amazon discount for Prime.
Right.
No, I'm jealous.
There we go.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Well, if that makes you jealous,
yep.
Hang on a second.
You got the old one too?
Let me see. Where's that? Oh, so you guys can see that? Okay, good.
Yep.
Give me half a sec.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's got the old one.
Now my microphone.
You know he does. He's probably got 10 of them. He'd be like, here's the one I kept here. I might build it one day. There's 7 more copies in my storage.
Jeez, I'll buy one of those copies.
Wonder what the discount was on that made him jump on it.
Yeah, no kidding. That just released not long ago. But still must have been a good discount.
Oh, that was costly.
Oh, it was costly.
It's an expensive mistake. Okay, so you like that one?
Yep. I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making me jealous.
The Australian one, you see no piece count.
Oh.
Yep.
Ooh, it's foreign.
Yeah, I know. By the way, that was still one of the best deals I ever got through BrickLink.
Nice.
So this was cheaper, new, after cost, VAT, import, all that good stuff. New, importing it from Australia.
Yep.
Than it was to buy in North America or in Turkey or anywhere else I would normally order from on BrickLink. It was cheaper. And not by little, it was cheaper like by 20, 30 bucks at the time, years ago.
Oh yeah.
One set I can't find, but I do have.
Oh yeah, I luckily have both the Phantoms.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
The other one is probably in this cabinet. I have them both.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So that's the little one.
Ezra's.
I don't have that.
Speeder.
I have the Phantoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just for giggles, that is
the.
So I did pop this open because I was worried that when I did order it at the time that and you're talking 2+ years ago.
Yeah.
When I did order it, that it can't be legit. Like the price was too good. I did open it. I made sure all the figures were in there, and not only are the figures in there, the one with the more rare hair, got it. So I really lucked out on that set.
No kidding.
So yeah, I mean, I do like Rebels. I do like the Ghost. Now, what I'm considering, there is a Brick Vault monster build they got. I can't remember what they're charging for the instructions for it.
Okay.
And I've considered one of two things: building it legit from Lego and buying their instructions for whatever they're charging, or going with the Chinese guy and not giving a crap, saying to hell with my morals and ethics and save my money and trouble, and just getting the Chinese bricks and getting a garbage set of PDF instructions and building it that way. I don't know, only because to build something UCS scale and not have it be Lego and have it have like actual value as opposed to just the building value.
Yeah.
I don't know. But so yeah, I do have I do have to dig up the newer version, which by the way, I didn't like the newer version of that Phantom.
The Phantom 1 or the Phantom 2?
Well, this is the older of the two.
Yeah, the Phantom 1.
And I didn't like the one that looks more like this one here.
Yeah, Phantom 2.
That boxed one I wasn't a fan of, but I wish I knew where it was because I feel kind of silly pulling these down.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't actually keep these boxes with everything else. It's not over my head. It's literally on the other side of the room. And only because like this is one of the few sets that has meaning to me that's not a UCS set. Like it's just that cool. I was a big fan of the show. I like the ship. To me, this is one of the best Star Wars concepts, I think, the Rebel show. I love that show. It was so good.
Oh yeah.
It was so well written. Everything.
Have you ever read the book about Hera and Kanan?
No, but you know
New
what?
Dawn.
Really, eh? I should. So does that tie Thrawn in that those books or?
New Dawn? No.
Okay.
No, this is like long before, like Kanan's on a mining planet. Hera swoops in, and they meet each other, and it's basically their first time meeting each other. Thrawn's not even there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious if because I don't know everything about Thrawn. I know there was the book series and all that.
Yeah. Oh, I love the
and the Dark. Books. I think Dark Horse Comics also did a run with him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't read it, so I'm just been enthralled with the idea and the look and just the little bits and pieces I've heard. So, yeah. So that's my little haul, and it's probably let's see. This is October. Well, I won't have another one in October, and I have one decent one I'm expecting in November. Like 3 or 4 that I would like to talk about. Maybe I could force it to be a little bit more if I want to talk about some other ones. Not everything I buy I bring online because it's like, everyone, we all have a lot of the same stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's just different and unique and kind of what I do that's special. If I bring on 4 more Star Wars sets, it's not a big deal. I won't get Star Wars. I like this stands out to me, but the other Star Wars stuff, not so much. You know, like the Star Destroyer I got.
Right.
Whatever. It isn't a big deal. The little one.
Okay. Oh,
the Vader's, you know.
Oh, yeah. The Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah. Okay. You know.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to say other than it's yet another Star Wars set I feel committed to buy because I buy so many of them. And it's like, I don't feel special about it. I like that MIDI scale.
Yeah.
You know, the MIDI scale Falcon, still one of the coolest sets I ever built. And I think there was some interesting techniques like that were kind of stress inducing when you looked at it, like, oh, I'm surprised Lego would do that, you know?
Yeah.
And it didn't necessarily work to scale, but it was still such a cool set. I didn't care.
Right.
And that set also had kind of a nostalgia feel for me because the store I bought it from, here in the GTA, was called Lasting Toys. And they were the best non-Lego Lego store. All they had was Lego and a handful of Lego type accessories, stickers, lighting kits, and a few other things. They're open for years. They're one of the #1 sponsors for our old Brick Fetch show that was here in the GTA that ended, I don't know, 2016, 2018. Lego squeezed that store out of the market. Yeah, the guy who ran it, I think, was a land member or a former land member. And it's not like he abused his position, but he was one of the driving forces for the Lego hobby in the Toronto and GTA area. And Lego just made it impossible for him to buy, because there was literally people who would say, screw Lego, screw the Lego point system. I'd rather go support this guy, because he would have stuff long after it was discontinued and keep it at retail price, or like 5% over. Like it was nothing. It was well worth the trip from Toronto for me to Mississauga to go see his store, visit on a Saturday. And you're talking to nice people, knowledgeable people, but they weren't necessarily always drinking the Lego Kool-Aid. When I go into the 3 or 4 Toronto Lego stores, they're all super nice people, but they absolutely drink the Lego Kool-Aid. Just like you go into an Apple store and they all drink the Apple Kool-Aid, right?
Right.
Yeah. But this guy was just a hobbyist, a builder. He appreciated Lego Plus, like adding light kits from other sources, adding the water transfer decals to make your own figures, to make figures that Lego didn't, and I guess maybe Lego didn't like all that sometimes, because there's no way this guy was ever competition for their stores. There's just no way. He was not selling it. If he's lucky, he would sell 10 copies of his set. There was no way he was competition, but he got squeezed out of the market, and it just broke everyone's heart when his store closed. And then watching, me included, by the way, watching us over our 4-month period of him closing down, we knew it could be as little as 2 months or as much as 4, depending on how fast he liquidated. So he had, small discounts in the beginning, and of course they got a little better. And you were rolling the dice how long you'd wait, because you wanted the stuff at any price sometimes, because he had stuff that no one else had. But you go, well, if I wait 2 more weeks, it'll come down another 10%. And it would, if it was still there. By the time I would go on a Saturday, it's like, I just sold the last 2 copies yesterday. I should have made, and it's like, you were gambled. And then it's like, this was a running joke between me and my wife, because every week and a half to 2 weeks, I'd make the trip, because it was out of my way. It was not on my route to work or back. So it would have to be a dedicated trip. And I don't like doing that during my work week. Yeah. I'm cheap on gas. I try and make everything on my trip to work or the trip home, which usually only means the trip home. On the 3 days I'm off, I don't tend to bother trying to do these things, unless it's a toy show like Nate did today. I love going on the shows, but for me, the shows are Sundays and I work Sundays now. So I get screwed out of those. Yeah. But watching that show, that store slowly closed down, it just broke my heart. It was just horrible. I have no idea what the guy does now, if he even bothers with Lego anymore, or if he's just disenfranchised with it. But Lego literally broke him when they wouldn't allow him to purchase.
Wow.
Maybe it was the deals with Walmart and Toys R Us in Canada and Mastermind. Maybe they said, you can't sell in these quantities to anyone other than department stores, because he was just one store.
Yeah.
But he was not selling a lot of anyone's set. It always felt like it, because his racks were full and the store was a good size. And because he had, I want to say 4,000 square feet, which is pretty good. Like, it was not a small store. He had, I don't know, 30 parking spots. Like, and they were, it was a good size shop. It looked as big as, I think, Bricks and Minifigs, like one of the locations in the States I've seen in videos. Like, it was very significant. By the way, actually, one of them got the car driven through the window, right? Or
Oh yeah.
So next summer, I hope they're all fixed up, because I want to make a trip. That's definitely worth a trip to the States. I want to go to this store. But I'm talked out.
I got a few more things to show. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay, let me give you the screen. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And I'll move you over here.
Yep.
Awesome.
So, this one I picked up in Walmart the other day, and it was on rollback, so I grabbed it. Why not?
Nice. I didn't think I would like that. Yeah. And then I built it, and it's probably top 2 or 3 speed champs for me. Now that I've built it, I really ended up liking it. It's long, by the way. It's definitely one of the longer ones.
Yeah.
If you've built a bunch of them and you build that, you're gonna go, oh my god, it's so big.
Oh yeah, I built quite a few of the speed champions. And then found these up in Sobeys this morning.
Oh, dude, you got two I love. Damn. Okay, can I make it even bigger? No. Well, okay, you get more of the screen. I forget that the way I set this up.
Yeah.
Okay, that is so nice.
Plymouth GTX.
So I do love these. This is what started my Hot Wheels hobby again. All the bone shaker.
Found this guy I thought was just cool. Sure.
Oh, a Moon Eyes. So that's a gray one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a nice one. I like that.
Yeah, a few more here. 55 anniversary ones.
I tell you, aren't the black and gold prints? They're just beautiful.
Oh yeah. 67 Chevy C10, Porsche 993.
Ooh. Are you going to try and get that whole wave, or
trying? I missed 5 of the first wave. I got one of them. I got the Challenger, Twin Mills.
Okay. It's funny. I can't bring myself to buy the twin mill car. It's like, because I thought, I would get the brick set and then buy the cars, and I just can't do it.
67 Camaro.
Ooh.
So did you get all 5 of those dark cards?
There's only one I'm missing. It's total 6. I'm just missing the Mercedes Unga, whatever it is.
So you need number 6. All right, I'll keep an eye out.
Well,
I only buy those if I can find the whole set.
Yes, the Mercedes Benz UNIMOGU. And for the first wave, I did get the Challenger.
Oh, that is so nice.
But that was the only one I got of that wave.
So, have you bought so many that now you have to figure out what you're going to, like, do you open any of the Hot Wheels, or so far they're all
I used to, but now I'm just keeping them all sealed up.
So are you going to try and do anything, like put them on a wall, or just they're okay in a tote? And
I'm going to try and display my favorite ones for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think Nate's got some hanging up from overhead.
I'll show you. I've got. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me move some of this trash out of the way. All right. Turns on.
Remember, he said he cleared a path, and then we hear all the beer cans are falling over.
I've got 2 full 2.5 totes.
All the Bud Light cans.
What was that?
I said all the Bud Light cans.
Yeah, exactly. Get them all out of the way. And then
hey, if the stuff is cheap, there's no reason not to buy the stuff. There's nothing wrong with the beer other than it's cheap Bud Light. But I mean,
I do have some older Hot Wheels on the wall here, and then some collectible ones.
Nice.
If I ever wanted to piss off my wife, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start pegging my Hot Wheels cars to the wall. She will cut my throat if I ever do that.
Well, yeah, this room's been a free for all. I can just do what I want, but now I need to move to the other room. So
Ryan put out a video. I haven't watched it yet. He's now redoing his basement / man cave.
Yeah, I'm on the same page.
I gotta watch it. I gotta see if I can draw some inspiration. I don't have that space, and we're not going to move anytime soon while my daughter's in college. We made it to university. We decided we're definitely staying put. She's going to go through university, and then whenever she's out, because of the cost of living in Toronto, we'll just have her room as a secondary office, which is kind of funny. When she was born, my office became her room. But when she was born, do you know what her room was? We squeezed her crib into my office, which was my Xbox video gaming thing for my Xbox empire when I ran xboxscene.com. And she literally had the crib, one dresser. The running joke was I was keeping her in the drawer. because it almost didn't look like she had like it was clearly my dump zone for all of my life, and then she had this little space. And then 8 months later we moved in here and she got her own room and all that great stuff. But yeah, her first 8 months of life or whatever, like it looked like she was a secondary thought, like she was a cat being kept in a room, because there was very little evidence there was a baby living with us,
Yeah.
But we
yeah,
always
the
had
first one's like that.
Yeah. And I know in her head she's so worried, like daddy's pushing her out, daddy's not pushing her out. But I do make the joke, like, come on, we're ready, let's go, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? She's made money already, and she's not even out of school, like, because she's so smart. They're giving her money.
Nice.
And she got like 2 more checks recently for stuff. It's like, I never was given a dime. I had to pay schools to go to school. People are giving her money to go to school. It's like, so yeah, we're super proud of her.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you guys staying in Toronto, or would you guys move outside of the city?
It'd be tough. Well, I mean, hey, look at what happened last night. Medical emergency, right? The whole thing with my daughter. And I literally said to Kevin, who was on, I said, do you want to hang tight, or do you want to restart the stream in, 40 minutes? I was to the hospital, dropped the Medi-Merge, back home, upstairs, back at the computer in less than 29 minutes. I'm 9 minutes from one of the biggest hospitals in North America.
Yeah.
So I love Toronto. It'll take a lot to get me out. And the thing is, in Canada, honestly, where am I going to go? Because here, and if I go 2 to 3 hours, so where Dan lives, 2 hours away from me, between him and me, the housing costs are roughly the same. It's $1 million to $1.5 million Canadian for a house that's not very big. Condos, $700,000 to start. Honestly, it's not really worth it for me to move unless I literally move out to the woods. I can live simply. This I can give up. If I have internet, I'd be happy, because then I have a way of communicating with the world, because I do like to absorb information and watch movies and all that stuff. But I can give up a lot of the material stuff real easy. But everything else I do love about the city. I love the resources. I love, being able to shop and go wherever I want, because I know the city. I have figured everything out. I know where I can go and what's safe and what's not safe, and when to do something and when not to do something. But I mean, we're all watching the craziness all around North America. I watched a story on Chicago yesterday, and watching where so much of the influx of immigration in the States, like Chicago's a big hotbed of people coming in, and they can't deal with the number of people coming in because the feds have screwed up and local government has screwed up. And where are the people living? In front of the police stations, and then at night they're going into the 30 different police stations where they're out of the elements. Hey, God bless the police stations for being open to that idea. They didn't have to be. Yeah. But the social systems are breaking down. We don't have responsible government making responsible decisions, saying, you know what, we absolutely want to help everyone around the world, but we can't. And we need to limit how much comes in. X number who do it legit can come in. X number we take in as refugees. X number who come in who are political or social exiles for whatever reason. But we got to be responsible about how much we take in, because you do have to take care of yourself first, so you can take care of other people. Canada's not doing a good job. The States is not doing. Look at San Francisco or San Diego. I think it's San Francisco. Beautiful city, right? Tent city, 15,000 people. Being the bleeding heart isn't helping anybody.
Nope.
We got to start doing the right thing by our own populations, and then when we're in a good position, do more to help others. Absolutely. But it's like you never hear anyone stop and say we really need the limit, even though the US has a limited number they allow in. Canada has a limited number that we allow in, but that number is way too high, because we can't handle it in Toronto, can't handle it in BC, can't handle it in Montreal, and that's where everyone wants to go, right? The 3 or 4 big cities. No one wants to go to Manitoba, which literally I watched a video and the guy called it the dead belt of Canada. 2% of the population of Canada, or some ridiculous low number, is in the middle of Canada. We're all on these two sides, Alberta this way and Toronto this way. No one wants to live in the dead spot. And it's like, we have all this space. Like you can put, a third of the United States in the middle of Canada. No one wants to live there for some reason. I don't know why. No jobs. And they don't want to farm apparently, but it's like, we're not doing a good job. We can be doing better. I would love to see everyone take better care of their own people. I don't want to see people on the streets.
Nope.
Figure out how to do this better. Yeah. Because it's, deal with the crime, deal with this. I watched this one lady, and she was, she was crying. The video was kind of a hit piece on her.
Yep.
She, before the riots, she was, anti-police, anti-this, anti-that. She opened up her mouth and she was encouraging violence, encouraging robbery, and all this other stuff. Yep. Another video of her months later wearing a mask, clearly her. It's not like she's even denying it. Wearing a mask, looting, robbing, pillaging. Now, fast forward to recent times. She's opening her mouth again. Oh my goodness. Big business bad, big business racist. They're leaving my city. They're leaving all my people unemployed. Are you kidding me, lady? You are so tone deaf.
Yeah.
You're so tone deaf. Even if you believed half of your nonsense in the beginning, you are so tone deaf. You are literally part of the building blocks to watching these businesses leave your city. And they're not going to come back anytime soon. It'll be a long time before they come back because they've been robbed and pillaged, not once in some cases, but twice or three times. Some of them had their businesses burned down. Why would they come back?
Yep.
Targets are leaving places. Walmarts are leaving places. Your Walmart, and McDonald's. These businesses can't make money somewhere? Are you kidding me?
Hey, we had a big W here that didn't even finish construction.
Wow.
Like the construction site got robbed so bad they were just like, yeah, we're pulling out. Like we're not even going to bother trying to build one in that neighborhood. And they were like, oh, you racist SOBs.
Wow.
And they were like, y'all stole the equipment that was going to build the building. Like,
oh my God.
Why would we bother putting a store there?
Yeah.
Like you can't even let us pour the concrete.
And, I don't want to be that person, stereotypes, this and that. Who needs the jobs that they were going to provide?
Yeah.
They're hurting themselves. Are you kidding me? And by the way, the Big W is not a bad company to work for. Now, I know it's tougher in the States than it is in Canada, for sure. I've seen it, and I've heard enough from the employees, okay? But there are so many opportunities once you work your way into the company. If you could put in a little time, they'll help put you through school. They'll put you through management courses. They will do X, Y, Z to help you. And by the way, so will McDonald's. I assume Target does too. Although I've heard some oh my God, what UPS will do. I mean, we call it the sunshine. So in Canada, we call it the sunshine list. If you make, I think, over $125,000 or 150,000 Canadian, something like that. UPS, you could become part of the sunshine list, $170,000. I mean, if you work at it, but you got to survive those first couple of years. That's where they get you. UPS and FedEx and all of them. You getting past that 10-year point of whatever it is, 3 years, 5 years, they got you. They work you like a dog. Same thing with Amazon, right? Yeah. They work you like a dog and they squeeze you out in 4 years. Now, if you survive 4 years with Amazon, then it gets exponentially better, but it's tough. It is.
So I'm just curious, in Canada, if you have $100,000 salary job,
yes,
is that good living in most cities?
It is.
Is that livable?
So here's the thing. Housing aside, housing is your problem. Food's expensive already, but housing, your mortgage or your condo or your rent, this is your biggest problem up here. Yeah. Especially in the major pockets. in the major cities.
Oh yeah, because like you were just saying, like you were saying, houses close to you are like 1 point something million Canadian.
I walk across the street where there's lots of nice homes.
Right.
And the lowest of the homes is 1.2.
Wow.
1.5, 1.7 million Canadian.
Yeah.
So you're talking, you're going to carry with, let's say 50,000 down. You're probably paying 5,000 to 6,000 a month, not including taxes.
That's crazy. In the city, though.
In the city, lot of money.
And now, does that go down if you drive 10 minutes north, east, west, south?
No,
I can't go south.
No. Well, yeah, south. I come join you.
Yeah, you might as well.
I can go. So if I go to where Ken lives, he's 2 hours away from me to the east.
Right.
Or if I go 2 hours west towards Dan in Kitchener area or Waterloo, or if I go north up to Barrie, an hour and a half north, I'm basically going to pay kind of the same. And if I don't pay the same, I'm going to lose out on my commute anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm going to save by moving far enough away that the cost of living comes down, the cost of housing, the rest of the cost of living is going to be the same.
The cost of gas. Okay. So that.
Yeah. I'm going to burn it in gas and damage to the vehicle and wear and tear on the vehicle.
So that's just, is that just lack of real estate that you guys drive the prices up on the housing?
It's a lack of new homes and a lack of rental for sure.
Yeah.
Is there a restriction on how far they can build from the?
Yes. And in Ontario, where I live, we have what's called the Green Belt, and it's been protected land for a long time. But our government, our local government, which is the Progressive Conservatives, which I'm a PC guy, I do support them. However, in very shady business, they opened it up after the last election, and their buddies bought in and immediately started to try to profit. People got wind of it, and it didn't pass the smell test. Of course it didn't. It was very shady. This was supposed to be protected environmental land for a lot of different uses, but not for us to just start plowing it down, putting condos and putting shopping malls on.
Right.
Okay? But Green Belt aside, we have something called the White Belt, which is land which we can build on. But our biggest problem in Ontario is red tape.
Mm-hmm.
The time it takes to have, I got an idea, I've got $1 million or $2 million, I want to build a home, and to getting permits and getting everything done, it could be 2 years before you can put a shovel in the ground. That is 2 years too long.
Right.
Now, our new mayor says she's going to speed that up. Our provincial government says they're going to speed it up. And Trudeau, he's a liar. He says he's going to speed things up.
Yeah.
We got 3 levels of government that are all lying to certain extents, and it's making it very hard to get a reasonable amount of housing. 2 cities over from me, they've just allocated money. The feds have given money to the local government, and they have said, we want you to build 24,000 homes with this money. That sounds good. 24,000 homes doesn't even move the needle.
Nope.
When we have 300,000 people coming in, I think this year into the GTA area, 24,000 homes doesn't even move the needle. And the time it's going to take to build those homes, permits. Yeah. Our next 10 years in Toronto and the GTA and pretty much all the major areas in Canada, BC, going to be brutal.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be brutal.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken says he's 3 hours east of me. And the truth is, homes around him are plenty expensive too. And if I were to live where he's living, I can't work where I work because that commute would destroy me. It would destroy me.
It's different down here because I'm literally 10 minutes from downtown, on a highway. I got about 3,500 square foot home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I paid about $250,000 for it.
Nice.
That's what I mortgaged, and that's American. So, yeah, to hear you guys talking houses are in the millions, that's crazy.
25, 30 years ago, if you went an hour out of the city, you would get something for a third to a quarter of the cost of, and you would get more land on top of that, and it'd be nice, and it would generally be nicer.
Now you get less land.
Yeah. No, because it's all being cookie cuttered up. They all look alike. It's horrible.
Oh, well, no, but I'd done that too. We were also at some point 10 years ago. So we had a small horse farm about, I'd say 45 minutes outside of the city limits. And it was acreage with a farm and a really big house and built relatively cheap. But you're right, the commute, like, what you weren't paying in rent, you were paying in gas.
Yeah.
So
no word of a lie. A couple of my coworkers in the last couple of years, they burned themselves. They bought when things were cheap in the area. So in Brampton, they bought when so in one case, their condo was $300,000, and that wasn't cheap at the time. But when they bought it, they thought that was okay. They sold for 1.2. Sounds awesome, right? Now, of course, they paid the taxes and all that great stuff because, of course, we'll tax you to hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, forget that. Here's the problem. So they sold before they bought their new one.
Mm-hmm.
They figured, look at all this money we're going to make. They had a 4-month, and usually it's 2 to 3 months usually, right? For closing. They set it for 4 months and they still didn't have a place. And when they did, they were in the hole because they couldn't find anything they liked with the pocket of money they had.
Yeah.
So they had cashed out, made their profit, and honestly hated where they moved. This is one of my good friends. That particular one, he hated where he moved. He hates his neighbors, and he felt boxed in because he was running out of time. He had put his stuff in storage for over a month, and it's just been a nightmare. And it's like he wished he had never sold because there was nothing wrong with where he was. He just wanted to flip and make his profit. It's hard now for you to buy something and flip it. If I had the reserves to go spend 1.2 to 1.5 and think I'm going to flip it in a year or two, I'm going to get penalized, number one. And two, what am I going to do? Like, if that was my residence, I'm going to have a hard time finding a new place at the higher value that I, and break even. Like, it's honestly going to be that bad. And between foreign investment in our country, the tax rates being ridiculous, if you're foolish enough to buy a condo and have condo fees in Canada, that's ridiculous because what they can do to you is ridiculous. And even renting. So I'm fortunate that most of Toronto's rent controlled. Most of Ontario's rent controlled. But anything after 2018, that's a new build apartment building, is not rent controlled. They can charge you whatever they want, and they could jack it up every year pretty easily. So if you're renting in the GTA, make sure it's an older building, 10 plus years older, just to make sure you're on the safe side. Do your due diligence and look into it. Because
even
you don't want to trust them. Yeah. Because you don't want to trust these people. Do your due diligence, look into it, because like there's, we watched these people on the news the other night. So 2.5 years ago, they moved into this place and they were paying $2,000. They're now paying $3,500 a month for their rent.
Oh.
That's not fees and stuff. That's just their rent.
Jeez.
Yeah. And they're crying foul, but it's like, but that's permitted for builds, I think, after 2018.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. It really is. Oh, there you go. Be careful. And reno eviction. That's another thing. So Ken's mentioned a term that's come up in Canada, reno evictions. So you got someone who's got a building, house, whatever. Usually it's referring to the buildings. And they say, well, we're going to fix everything. That sounds great. They're going to bump you out. And you could come back, but you're going to pay a jacked up price.
Yeah.
So we're trying to either make it illegal or limit how these property managers can do this, because like we got 2 buildings on Carlton, downtown Toronto, Each one holds like 600 families. And basically, reno eviction is hitting them right in the face. And what was funny was one of them had a fire 2 years ago. So these are people who were displaced for 6-8 months of their life.
Yeah.
And had a horrible time of it. They finally got to move back in after some minimal fixes were done so they could safely move back in.
Right.
Now they're being told the whole block, these 2 towers, are either going to be leveled completely or so torn up, everyone's got to move out anyway. When they move back in, as it stands right now, for those that can, they're going to be paying a real jacked up price. And you're talking about people who are already on the bottom. Because that part of town, not great. It's just not great. And it's like, what's the answer? Because if I'm a homeowner or a property owner, and if I want to fix a building, I should be able to. And there's a cost to doing that. And I should be able to bake in my costs into new rent for sure. I believe that. Not just because I'm a PC guy, because I think if you're a homeowner or a property owner, you know, there's a reasonable amount of money you should be able to make, and you should be able to cover your costs. There's no reason any property owner should go broke to house somebody else. Okay.
Right.
But maybe it's time that rental becomes a city problem. But I don't necessarily, and we already have city owned buildings, and they have notoriously been horrible at managing. I'm in a privately run building, and we've been generally very happy for 20 years. And of course, we are also baked in. We're paying less than half of what anyone who moves in is paying. They will absolutely pay more than double for the same square footage I've got if they move in down the hall at the end for the same spot. And I feel bad for them because it's like, well, it's the same square footage, but they're going to pay more than double. That's horrible. But I don't know what the answer is because city doesn't know how to run buildings. Not in my city anyway. They've been horrible at it. They have 500 properties, and the laundry list of repairs that they need to do for those structures, 2, 3, 4 years long.
Jeez.
And the wait list to get into those properties is equally long. Every year, there's a couple of vacancies in my building. People come, people go, life changes, their families grow, their families shrink. There's a turnover, a small turnover. There's only 40 families in this building. It's very small, and it's very quiet. But the city-owned buildings where there's 300 families, 600 families, whatever.
Yeah.
Laundry lists of people waiting to get in for piss-poor buildings, piss-poor services. Nothing gets fixed. Some of them, 10 blocks away on my way to work, there's 2 buildings that the Canada Post Corporation, our mail people, will not go to. There's signs saying, because of bugs and mice and other infestations, it is not safe for us to blah, blah, blah. And they tell you where you can pick up your packages and your mail at the Shoppers Drug Marts in the area.
Yeah.
Our own, by the way, our mail carriers, I guess like the States with U.S. Postal, Canada Post, it's government run. Okay. And you cannot get mail delivered to your apartment in some of these places. City run. By the way, it's not just city run. There's the absolutely private run ones that are, you know, slumlords or whatever, for sure.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel privileged to be in one where if I make a call, generally anything can get fixed within 2 days. And I'm very happy with that service. I feel bad for people who don't have that option, who, when they make a call, it goes into the ether and they never, hopefully they get something done if it's an emergency, but otherwise, good luck, you know. Yeah. And I know a lot of people who just fix their own places. They'll plaster their own walls, they'll fix their own electrical, and then we wonder why places like that one on Carlton burned down last year. You know, we had an electrical fire on the block where I lived 25 years ago. And there was, I lived amongst houses, but a block north was 3 buildings. And they had a fire in the electrical vault in the basement. The electrical vault was 40 years old, they figure. Wow. Roughly untouched. No real maintenance done. Because, hey, the stuff was rock solid in the old days, right? It just worked. Yeah. Well, they've been running on generators since the beginning of the summer. They do have actual hydro coming back in now, but the old hydro vault, that still isn't working. So it is absolutely tough up here in Canada right now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a politician. I don't have the answers. It just sucks. No. I want to see the end of foreign investment. I would love to see the end of people using real estate as a way of being super profitable. I think homes are supposed to be homes. There should be for people. Maybe limits on how much you can make. I know that sucks because that's not a very, that's kind of a communist idea that, you shouldn't be able to make a lot of money. Because I'm a PC guy. I think everyone should be able to make as much as they can. But when I see everyone's hurting and people don't have homes and they're living on the streets, and something's got to change.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone who watches the stream later, comment below. Give us some ideas. How can we fix this stuff in Canada, guys? Because I will. By the way, I started replying to Trudeau directly. His tweets.
Oh,
So yeah, our prime minister took credit for the 2 Israelis who were released by Hamas. Oh. He took credit and he said, "Thank you, Qatar, for this and that, and we will continue to work with Qatar on helping to deal with blah, blah, blah." And I sat there going, you had nothing to do with it. They did. You had nothing to do with it. And honestly, Canada had nothing to do with it. What an embarrassing thing. Tell us what you did with it. So this is not good because now I'm putting myself on, the prime minister is like, this is not good in Canada.
You're on the list now.
I'm on the list. We don't have the CIA or FBI, but we do have CSIS. That's our version, so it's like, yeah, I'm not doing myself any favors criticizing our government leaders, but
I criticize them all the time.
I've tried not to, but he keeps embarrassing us.
Yep.
It's not just because I'm a PC guy and he's a liberal. I knew him when he was younger, and I love his dad. I did. I think his dad was a great man, even though he was a crazy and he was a gigolo and all this stuff. I loved him and I loved his dad. But watching him run our country, and by the way, his years running our country, that's the real estate crisis. Boom. Yep. Everything doubled. The food crisis. Boom. Gas through the roof. If he had any balls, control the gas. Be that one guy. Other countries do it. Plenty of countries do it. And hell, in the States, you've got states down there. Some of your states control the price of gas. So, like, you can go into one state and you'll pay one thing. Forget taxes, right? And you'll go to another state and you'll find it's drastically different. Because sometimes the state says, enough is enough. This is what you're going to charge.
Yeah.
Strong government can control some of the gouging. And people can still make money. How much is enough? That's a tough question. Okay, I'm talked out, and I ran even 15 minutes over because I said I had a hard out. So,
rant over then.
Yeah. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Jordan. Big Nate.
Yeah, thanks.
Everyone, check out these guys on YouTube. I have links in my description. You can click on them directly and jump to their channels. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that great stuff. I know Ken was hanging around the channel, riding shotgun there.
He
check him out at Lord of the Figs. He's big on Bricklink. He's also got his site, lordofthefigs.com, I'm pretty sure. Nice. And if not, check the .ca. I think it's .com though. And if it's not Lord of the Figs, it's the Lord of the Figs. So check it. It's in there somewhere, I promise you.
The Lord.
Thank you, everyone, and everyone have a good night. Peace.
Dave, good night.
Good night.
Shazam. And we're